What is happening, you wonderful people? So last night I got a chance to go see Passenger, and in this film, when a young couple flees New York for a nomadic van life adventure on the road, their lives soon descend into a nightmare when they witness a gruesome highway accident and inadvertently attract an unstoppable demonic entity that relentlessly stalks and pursues them wherever they travel. And that's all I can say without giving too much away. Let's talk about it. So Passenger, when it comes to Passenger, I have really been excited for this movie. This has easily been one of my most anticipated films of the year, and when I read the concept a while back earlier this year, I was like, oh, that seems really fun. Like, if executed properly, it could easily be very generic if not done right, but if executed properly, and if this is taken, like, really good care of, you have the right creative team there as well, this could be really fun. I think that concept could be really fun, like I said though, if executed properly, and a couple in a van taking a road trip and there's a demon, a demonic entity or force involved, sign me up. And if executed properly, that could absolutely work. And back in January, they played the trailer in front of Primate, and when I went to go see Primate, there was a trailer that started, and I didn't know it was Passenger when it started, but I was like, what movie is this? I don't know what movie this is. Ooh, a trailer for a movie. I don't know what this movie is. And then the trailer continuously went on and on and on, and the logo popped up and it said Passenger, and I was like, oh, that's Passenger. Okay, I now need to see this movie. Like, this is now one of my most anticipated movies of the year. I love the concept when I read it, when I heard about it, and now the trailer is intriguing, and I cannot wait to see it. I can't. I'm there day one, but then when the months went on, the marketing felt almost kind of non-existent in a way, unfortunately, and my hype kind of started to dwindle down a little bit, kind of started to like go down a little bit. I was still excited. I still was excited for it, but not as much as I was. And the main trailer didn't do much for me, and when I saw the couple in the trailer, I thought to myself, this is about to be another generic horror flick, isn't it? Then the reviews started rolling in as well, and it has like a 44 on Rotten Tomatoes, and my hype continued to just stay low, and I still was excited. I still had some excitement, but at the same time, I unfortunately wasn't really expecting much anymore. But when it comes to the director of this film, Andre Øvredal, he directed movies like Troll Hunter, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, which I was not the biggest fan of, and he also directed Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which I need to revisit. I don't remember really what I thought about it. I remember me and my mom went to go see it. I remember that day, like I remember sitting in the theater, but I don't really remember what I actually thought about it overall. And he is going to be directing the movie adaptation for Bendy and the Ink Machine as well. And as for the writers of this film, Zachary Donahue and T.W. Burgess, I'm not familiar with their work. I'm not. And then you have Walter Hamada and Gary Duberman, who also produced this film. And y'all mainly know Hamada as the president of DC for a while. And Gary Duberman directed Annabelle Comes Home, which is my personal favorite Annabelle film. And he also directed the new Salem's Lot from a few years ago, which I was unfortunately kind of disappointed by. But all that to say, I had expectations for this movie. I did. And however, with the almost non-existent marketing in a way, and the trailer not doing much for me, and the bad reviews, I still went in open-minded, because obviously, y'all know what I'm about to say. I always tell y'all this. If I don't like a movie, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But if I do like a movie, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And I still did go in open-minded, but after walking out of Passenger, it's unfortunately a disappointment. So if you're new to my channel, or if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I like to talk about my positives first, then my negatives next. But even when I need to be negative, I will be positive. Even when I need to be positive, I will be negative as well. And overall, with Passenger, I walked out being slightly disappointed with it. I don't think that the movie is horrible, but as someone who was really excited for this movie, and as someone who thinks that this concept has so much potential, and I unfortunately felt like it fell flat. And starting off with some of the things that I really did did like. I think for starters that this is a really good looking film from a visual standpoint. The movie is well done. It is a beautiful film to look at, and the visual aesthetic is popping, and I like some of the like atmosphere in here, and some of the cinematography was really good as well, and some of the camera angles that we get in here were really cool, and some of the ways that it was shot, like I really like the way the film was shot, and I like that aspect of the film. I like those aspects of the film. I really like some of the camera angles in here. That aspect was good. I really like there's a certain there's certain camera angles in here that I was like, oh, that's really cool. I like how they came up with that, and they really just they executed that properly in the film. And I actually really enjoyed our two characters in here, mainly their relationship in here. I liked their chemistry, and you really do care about their relationship. You really do care about their dynamic and their chemistry. You really do. And I thought that the sound design was really good as well. And whether it's just the most simple, tiny things, whether it's keys jingling, I know that's like a tiny little detail, but whether it is the keys jingling or even someone driving a car, the sound just really pops in here. I found the sound to be really good in here, and there were moments where I actually felt really tense, and I felt like there were moments that were actually suspenseful. Not that much, not many moments, but a few moments that I actually felt tense, and I felt a few moments were actually suspenseful. I was like, oh yeah, that's actually pretty suspenseful. I feel tense. I'm feeling a little tense. Man. And I thought that the story had potential to be grander, to be way better than it was. There were multiple moments throughout where I was like, okay, I'm actually finding myself wanting to know more about what's going on. I want to know the lore. I want to know what's behind all of this and why it's actually all happening, whether it's the symbols or anything like that. It was actually surprisingly interesting at times, and the way that the story was told and structured, and I don't want to give too much away, and you'll see what I mean if you go watch the movie, but the way that the story was told and structured, I really like how they told it, and in a way, and I guess it's non-linear in a way, sort of. That's what it felt like to me, at least. And I thought that there were some good needle drops in here as well. But unfortunately, and there may be some other things that I can't think of off the top of my head, other positives, but this is nothing but another generic, cookie cutter, run-of-the-mill horror flick that you've seen countless times. And this movie's not horrible, it's not terrible, but as someone who was really looking forward to it, I was slightly disappointed. I was. Do I ever need to watch this movie again? No, I don't. And I don't even think I can really recommend it. But I don't think it's horrible. And I think there are some really good things about it. All the things I just named. I really do. And this was easily one of my most anticipated films of the year. I love the concept. And when I saw that trailer in front of Primate, I was like, oh, I cannot wait. But it unfortunately falls flat and never gets back up on its feet at all. And it's not a horrible film. It's not terrible, but it had the potential to be better and more grandiose. And there are so many moments in here that I called. There were so many jump scares that I called, and I was like, this is not working. This is not working. The fact that you have that many, not just jump scares, but cheap jump scares in here is beyond me. There were so many moments, like one with a tree stump where I was like, yep, that is about to be a jump scare, and lo and behold, that was a jump scare. Like, there's a moment, I'm not going to give anything away, there's really no spoilers in this movie, there's nothing that, there's really no spoilers. There's really not. There's a moment where the boyfriend walks into the woods, and there's a tree stump right there, and he shines his light on the tree stump, and the demon pops out at him. And before the demon pops out, as I was watching the movie, I'm watching the movie, and I see that tree stump, right? And I'm looking at the tree stump while watching the movie, and I'm like, why does that tree stump look like a person? Why does that tree stump, resemble shape-wise, a person. I'm like, it's about to be a jump scare. That is about to be another cheap, blatant jump scare. Lo and behold, there it was. And I was like, whatever, man, whatever. And all the cliches are in here. All the cliches and tropes, all the tropes you see in almost every horror movie are in here. And you could spot all of them out one by one. And there were a lot of eye roll moments in here too. I looked over at my buddy multiple times, and he looked over at me as well multiple times. We were both just like, and I was just like, okay, that's what you want to do? Saw that coming. Y'all tried to make that unpredictable. Yeah, not working out so well for you, is it? Look at Rotten Tomatoes. Your movie's freaking 44 on Rotten Tomatoes. And the story had the potential to be more interesting. I would have liked them to dive deeper into the lore because I wanted to know more, but unfortunately, that wasn't really the case. And some of the ways that the camera moved in here, it almost felt nauseating in a way. Like, there's a scene where our main lead actress, she's in a parking lot, and the camera is moving so fast around her. And I just felt so dizzy, and I'm like, slow it down. Slow it down. And obviously, there are some gory moments, but I was like, why is this rated R? I don't understand why this is rated R. There are some bloody moments, but this could have easily been PG-13. The movie doesn't hook you in the beginning, and there are some stupid, absolutely idiotic characters in here. There's a scene at the beginning where the one dude in the green or yellow hoodie is in his car, and he goes over to his friend on the ground outside, and then just goes back into his car for some odd reason. And maybe he did go grab something from his pocket. I might have missed something. I don't know. But I'm just like, how stupid are you? This is pointless. And the movie is absolutely predictable. It doesn't do anything new. It's cookie cutter, shallow, and somewhat dull. It never finds its footing, and it never hits you with anything new or original or unique in any way, unfortunately. And one thing I thought about while watching the movie, and after walking out of it, talking about the cookie cutter nature of it, this is literally Smile with cars. This is literally Smile with cars. Like, you take the plot of Smile, both the Smile franchise or one of the movies, but you add a car. You add a car in the mix. This is Smile, but with cars. In Smile, you have the entity or the demon that latches onto you, right? And in this one, it's the same freaking run-of-the-mill concept, but with another freaking MacGuffin, the car. But yeah, overall, with Passenger, I was really looking forward to this movie, and it's not horrible. It's not a horror. I know I'm kind of, the way I'm like, my tone and what I'm saying on my notes, I know it kind of seems like I'm saying it's terrible, and from what y'all can tell watching this review, y'all are like, oh, he hated it. I didn't hate the film. I didn't hate the film, but it just had the potential to be better. So with Passenger, I will give this movie a 3 out of 5 stars. And with Passenger, I will say choose your time wisely. If you saw the trailer and you were looking forward to it, go watch it, I guess. But I don't really feel like recommending this movie. Like, you're gonna be disappointed, I feel like. So that'll wrap up this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, comment, share in this video. We just hit 1K subs a while back. We're now 1.4K. And the next big milestone is 2K and 3K after that and beyond that as well. If you're new as well, I did movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reactions, movie live streams, movie news, movie rankings, all that wonderful movie stuff under the movie umbrella. And let's talk about the comments down below. Did y'all like Passenger? Did y'all not like Passenger? Are you gonna watch it in theaters? Are you gonna wait to watch it on streaming? Let's talk about it down below. Keep talking movies, wonderful people. Cheers.